So what I'm going to be talking about in this little video is the weather overlay option for this Raymarine A78. It's a really awesome option. It's helped me out a lot of different times. There have been a lot of times that I've had trips planned, and as the trip started getting closer, maybe a couple hours before or so, I started seeing some lightning. There was some storms starting to pop up on the radar, and while a lot of people were staying in, they weren't going out. I would take a look at my weather overlay, and I would see that there was definitely some opportunities to run around those storms, navigate around, still be safe, but also go out and catch fish when nobody else was really willing to. So I'm going to be running you guys through how to use it, what it does, and some of its benefits. So there's two ways to view the weather overlay. You can either go to chart, go menu, go presentation, overlays, and then you have the now radar. You can go to a percentage on how much you want it to show. But my favorite way to do it, especially when I'm trying to drive around those storms, is to go over here, go to weather, and what you can also do is go customize, drag over chart to one side, scroll down, weather the other side. So now you've got your chart, you can follow your chart, and then on the other side you can mess around, look at the weather. So let's go ahead and go with that setup. So there's the customized chart we just made. So here you can kind of see what that weather looks like. This is a simulation, this isn't live data, but you can see those little storm bands coming across, and then here would be your chart, so you can follow around where you're going. You still can navigate, drive, while still having this. If you press this top little button here, it's going to take you right to your boat. The one thing with that, reason I do this split screen, is if you are running around, I like to keep the chart on my boat, and then with the weather I'll kind of move around, look north if the storms are blowing up from the north. In the summertime, get some of those fronts moving in, some of those little weather bands moving in from the Gulf. You can go look around in the Gulf. Really just kind of explore around, look for those weather bands that you might have to worry about later on in the day. So for demonstration, we'll go back and we'll do full weather, and there's a lot of different options. It's not just storms that it's going to show. It'll show you wind direction, wave height. Also, setting it up to get the weather overlay, you have to have the SR150. It's a little module sold by Raymarine that you then hook up to a SRA40 Sirius antenna, and from there all you have to do, choose the monthly plan that you want to go with from Sirius. There's 3 different plans. I'll add those up in the video so you can see the options. Choose which one of those you want to go to, get your box activated, and from there you're ready to get the overlay. So I'll show you some of the options, some of the things it can do. First off, you can view reports, so you can view your marine forecast for the area. You can also, for our neck of the woods, I'll show you a cool little example here. You can go menu, view report at cursor, and you can go look in different areas, different zones, get what that marine warning is. So there's your marine zone forecast for Corpus, where we have the cursor at. So pretty awesome, nice little feature, keeps you up to date with everything's doing. But I'll show you another little thing here. You can go to display graphics, and from there you've got about a million different options. Keep in mind that all these options are determined by what plan you have, which one of those Sirius plans you have. So again, on that little link that I'll add up, you'll be able to see which plan gives you what features. But these are all the possible features. From there you can go on there, choose what you want. Last time I was using this in the bay, we launched at about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. There were some lightning storms all around the bay. There were some moving across the middle of the bay, and we were just cruising around like in the old video I had up about the tracks. We were following our tracks to keep us in safe water. We had a multitude of tracks up because we were hopping from track to track to get away from those storms. But you could see the lightning all around. When I was in that situation, the only things that I had on, I had my lightning shown, so it'll show you which parts of those storms actually have lightning in it. That's real key to know when you're doing something like that. I had now radar on, had Stormcast, storm tracks on. The wind I did not have on. I like the wind when I'm running offshore. That's a nice little touch there. Wave height, wave period, that's all really good information. In that situation I wasn't using it though. So I just had now radar, Stormcast, storm tracks, and lightning. So in the simulation there's not showing anything over us, but let's go take a look at this storm over in Florida. Basic enough, everybody knows how to read a radar, but that's generally what it's going to look like. It'll also show your patches of lightning in there, which is really awesome to have. That's a really nice touch. Being able to navigate around those lightning storms is really nice. When you're looking off, you see the storm coming, it's hard to figure out what has lightning, what is just rain. With this, it'll go ahead and decipher that for you, so you can run through. You might get wet, but you're not going to be in danger, and that's the cool thing about it. All in all, I've had to cancel a few trips, but it is because I looked at this unit, I saw that there wasn't going to be any possible routes around the storm, and that it was in my best interest to cancel. So it's not going to make you bulletproof, but it does help you get out on the water sometimes when you wouldn't have been able to. And you can actually see in this storm right here, you've got your little lightning symbols in there. You've got some lightning moving through with that front. Kind of hard to tell, it's mixed in with the yellow there, so I'll try to zoom in a little bit more so you can see that there's a good little lightning band in there, so you probably want to stay away from that one. Other than that though, that's the basics of it. No, it's a real short video, nothing too crazy, but it's a nice little feature. I think is definitely worth it, whether you're bay fishing, and especially if you're offshore fishing, it's a must-have.